Hey guys, Nick Biddle here, coming at you with this week's Leadership Drip. Now this week I'm coming to you from another rental car in Boston. I'm out here in Boston, Massachusetts, and spring is here. You can see the leaves on the trees behind me through my car, but some of these guys up here thought winter'd never end, but it has, and spring is here. But the nice thing about this week is I get to stay in the same hotel every night. And so I'll stay in the same hotel and then drive about 20-30 miles to each different shop. I'm working with a lot of individual companies this week, but I'm looking forward to that. And I might go to a baseball game tonight. There's a game here in town at Fenway Park, and so I might try to go, but we'll see if that works out. But for the last 7 weeks, we've been going through different leadership styles and communication styles. And by now, I hope you've got a good idea of what your primary leadership and communication style is. But I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to communicate with others, because one of the neat things about understanding our communication style is once we know that, we can identify ways to connect with other leadership and communication styles. And so if you're a D, the dominant style leader, which a lot of us in the construction industry are, remember, you're all about getting results, getting things accomplished. And you get frustrated with the small tasks and excuses. But I want to give you a couple tips on how to connect with some of these other leaders and styles of communicators. When possible, and I know this isn't always possible, but when possible, remember that you are actually working with other people, not just machines that get stuff done at your will. They're not always going to be as excited about how focused you might be on the task and results. One of your gifts is the ability to make a quick decision. The dominant style leader can make a quick decision. They know what they need to know. They'll make the decision. A lot of times it might be right, but when we expect somebody else in a different style to make that same quick decision, we're gonna create massive separation in that relationship. So we've got to give other people time to make decisions. Just remember that. Now, if you're an I, the influence. Now, I've got a lot of influence in me. Remember, we are focused on people. So focused on people, sometimes we forget why we walked in the room. So a tip is to make a list. Make a checklist of what you're trying to get accomplished, and then take that checklist and put it in your pocket. Take it with you. A lot of times we'll make the list and then we'll leave it in the truck or at home, but take it with you. And then once you get where you're going to go, you've got to look at the list. And I know this sounds pretty elementary, but I've screwed all these up on a regular basis. The problem is, a lot of times the I will lose credibility with those they communicate and lead, because we're fast starters, but we forget why we walked in the room. We'll lose credibility because we will get a task started, but we won't necessarily finish it. So make a list, keep it with you. Best case scenario is get somebody to help you with the details. I've got my assistant. She makes me look brilliant. But I understand that what we're talking about right now, especially if you're a D or an I, it sounds like a complete out-of-body experience. And you're like, Nick, this isn't how I communicate and lead, so why would I want to change? But guys, this is about connecting with other people. And this is about really being good with people. You know, we fall down on this job because of the people part of the business. So focus on those tips this week. Figure out a way to communicate better with those other styles if you're a D and an I. And next week, we're going to talk about the C and the S. Guys, that's it for the drip this week. Until next time, take care.